Hey BlitzBox fans, wanted to show some button combos. Before I get into that though, if you're one of the gaming types that like to hit a bunch of buttons and spam and play with your controller often, I'd say between segues and different menus, this is probably something that might get in the way for you. You can turn this off in the API tool. There's disable button combos. And once that's enabled, you can save that to the EEPROM so that that controller adapter won't do that. That's a feature that's in the Gamer Pro Advance, the 4Play Advanced adapters like that. They all use the same combos and they can all be disabled. So if you wanted to get rid of those, that can be done. But this video is in favor of people that might want to use it. So first one I'm going to go through is a turbo feature. If you hold down any button and then you press your start button 3 times, that's now a turbo feature. And if you press it 3 times again, that'll go away. So you can make any button turbo by doing that. Just go into detail again with that. You hold down a button and then you press the start button 3 times to activate it. And then if you hold down that button, press 3 times, you'll deactivate it. You can also go to a custom turbo mode, which is you press the button and you do the start button 4 times. That custom turbo mode value is set in the API tool. You'll see that there's a turbo setting for that. You can have any of the face buttons do that, and you can have LNR do that. It's really any of those buttons can be configured that way. You can also test that in the API tool, see how that works. Another feature is not something that's completely common, but some of us that grew up in a certain age might be irritated by what games consider the main action buttons. And I wanted to load Mario because Mario World, because it kind of shows how the software takes care of that. X and 0 is mapped to what would be called A and B. And these are not your main buttons that are played during the game. It's actually these two on the left. If you had an SNES controller attached, this would be the Y and then the B. But the point is, it's this west and south buttons here are considered the main buttons. One's going to run and one's going to jump. They intentionally rotated the diamond layout for you because it made more sense and it was more ergonomic. But you will notice that these are still your 2 main action buttons here over on the side. So when you navigate in and out of menus, these are what are used. Now, not all games do that for you. If you wanted to rotate these buttons, you can do that. So if we look closely here at the PlayStation controller, we have the square and the X that allow you to move and run. If you hold all 4 of these down and then you hold the start button down for about 2 seconds, now you're going to notice that the main 2 buttons have rotated up. So now it's the triangle and the square. And then if I did that again, it would rotate it again, and these would be your 2 main. And if I did it a 3rd time, it would be over off to the side here. Wanted to go ahead and just bring that up. I'm going to hit the reset button to put this back to the way it was. That's kind of a neat feature if you're playing games that gets in the way of. Another feature along the same lines is a swap. So if I wanted the jump and the run button to be swapped, I can hold down those 2 buttons and hold down the start button for about 2 seconds. And now this is your jump. No longer this is jumping. So these 2 buttons have swapped. You can do that a number of times to swap different buttons. You don't have to do it. It's not designed to do just one set, so you can do at least up to 2. So again, I'm going to reset that. I want to go ahead and just talk about one last one, and that is the hotkey. You can also configure that within the API tool. If you hold down the start button, you can have it fire a button combo or a button of your choosing. And by default, that's not enabled, but you can enable that as well. But yeah, there's an overview of some of the buttons that are kind of combination buttons that are set in the adapter. You can check those out and use them if you'd like, and as mentioned, you can disable all of them so that they don't interfere in your gameplay. Thanks for watching.